You stand at the peak of your struggle, breathing heavily, heart pounding, every muscle in your body screaming for rest. But there's no time for that. You have fought long and hard against everything and everyone who sought to hold you back. You have been tested by the fires of adversity, and now you stand victorious. You conquered the final round, the one that everyone said you couldn't win. But here you are, and now they are trapped in defeat. Every drop of sweat, every ounce of energy you poured into the battle, every tear shed in silence, it was all worth it. They couldn't see it, couldn't understand it. The ones who doubted you, the ones who tried to break you, the ones who mocked you. But now, they see. They see what you've done, and what you've done is nothing short of extraordinary. They are trapped in defeat because they underestimated you. They believed you would fall. They thought you were too weak, too slow, too broken, too lost to rise. But you proved them wrong. With every setback, every failure, you only grew stronger. Every time they laughed, every time they ridiculed, you gathered your strength, focused your mind, and forged ahead. Now, you have become something they cannot understand, something they cannot defeat. You are a force. You are unstoppable. And now they are trapped. They thought their victory was inevitable. They thought you were just another obstacle, another failure waiting to happen. But you defied their expectations. You crushed their belief that they were the ones destined to succeed. You stole their hope and turned it into a weapon. You fought through the darkness, and now they are left to wallow in their own defeat. They are trapped because their minds cannot comprehend how you did it. They were blinded by their arrogance, thinking that victory was theirs for the taking. They didn't see the fire in you, the relentless drive that burned in your soul. They didn't see the sacrifices, the sleepless nights, the moments of doubt that you turned into fuel. But now they must look at you, and they must acknowledge that they were wrong. You conquered the final round. You conquered them. You did what they said was impossible, and they can't handle it. They can't handle the fact that someone like you, someone they dismissed, someone they thought was too weak, has taken everything they ever wanted, and now they are trapped in the reality of their defeat. This is the moment when they realize that their time is over. They thought they were the ones in control, the ones destined to dominate, but they were wrong. They didn't see the hunger in you. They didn't understand the fire that fueled your every move. They didn't realize that you weren't just fighting for victory. You were fighting for something much deeper, something they could never grasp. You were fighting for your survival. And now, they are left to watch as you stand tall, as you rise above them. They are trapped in defeat because they failed to understand that victory doesn't belong to the entitled. It doesn't belong to those who think they deserve it by birthright or by privilege. Victory belongs to the relentless. It belongs to those who are willing to bleed for it. It belongs to those who refuse to stay down when the world tries to crush them. Victory belongs to those who will sacrifice everything, endure every hardship, and still rise stronger. And that's who you are. They are trapped in defeat because they thought they had already won. They thought they could rest easy, knowing that you were nothing. They thought they could just stroll to victory without even considering the possibility of losing. But you proved them wrong. You fought harder. You pushed farther. You dug deeper. And now they are left in the ruins of their own expectations. There is no escape for them now. They are trapped in the reality of their failure. They are trapped in the knowledge that they couldn't beat you, that they never stood a chance. They are trapped in the darkness of their own doubt, unable to understand how you turned the tables. They are trapped in the finality of defeat. watching as you rise above them. But this isn't just about you. This isn't just about proving them wrong. This is about something much greater. This is about showing the world that no matter how impossible the odds, no matter how deep the darkness, you can rise, you can conquer, you can endure, you can survive, you can win. And when you win, you don't just win for yourself, you win for everyone who has ever been told they couldn't do it, everyone who has ever been told they were too weak, too broken, too lost to succeed. You win for every person who has ever been underestimated, for every person who has ever been told they don't belong. You conquered the final round. But the battle doesn't end here. You've only just begun. You've set the stage for something even greater. The world will watch as you rise higher, as you claim what is rightfully yours. And those who are trapped in defeat will never be able to escape the truth. They will never be able to undo what you've done. They will never be able to take away the victory that you have earned. So, stand tall, stand proud, because you are no longer just a survivor. You are a conqueror. You are the one who defied the odds. You are the one who refused to quit. And now, they are trapped. They are trapped in the knowledge that they couldn't stop you. They are trapped in the reality that they lost. And you are free, you are unstoppable, you are victorious, and nothing can take that away from you. This is your moment, this is your time. And now, you stand at the top, looking down on all who doubted you. You conquered the final round, and now they are trapped in defeat. The cold sting of failure is settled in their bones, gnawing at them like an animal, desperate for survival, and they are powerless to stop it. The ones who once stood tall, the ones who mocked and belittled you, the ones who tried to break you, who tried to destroy you, they now sit in the ashes of their own arrogance, their own delusion. They never thought it would come to this. They believed they had the upper hand. They thought they controlled the game, but they were wrong. You don't need to gloat, but you cannot ignore the weight of their despair. They are trapped in defeat, and they can't run from it. It's like a storm that has swept them away, leaving them stranded, broken, and beaten. Their pride has turned to dust, their confidence shattered into 1,000 pieces. All that remains is the crushing realization that everything they thought they knew about winning was a lie. The game is over, and you are the one who holds the victory, the one who rose above, the one who conquered against all odds. This is the price they pay for underestimating you. They thought you would crumble, that you would falter at the first sign of difficulty. They thought you were a joke, a mere stepping stone for their glory. But now, they are trapped in the consequences of their own arrogance, stuck in a maze of their own making. They believed they had you figured out, that they could predict your every move, and they couldn't have been more wrong. They failed to see the strength you had, the fire that burned within you. They failed to see your resolve, your unshakable will to keep going when the world told you to stop. But now, the tables have turned. They are trapped in defeat, and there is no way out. They must live with the knowledge that their entire existence, their entire identity, was built on a lie. They thought they were the heroes of the story, but they are nothing more than villains in your tale of triumph. They are trapped in their own illusions, unable to escape the truth that you have surpassed them in ways they never even imagined. They thought they knew the game. They thought they had mastered it. But the game changed when you stepped into it. They could not comprehend that you were playing a different game entirely, a game they could never win because they were playing by rules they never understood. They believed victory was theirs for the taking, that they could simply take what they wanted. But what they failed to realize is that victory isn't handed out. Victory is earned, it is fought for, and it is never given to those who take it for granted. You fought for this victory. You sacrificed for it. You put in the hours, the work, the pain. You faced setbacks and disappointments, but you didn't let them break you. Instead, you used each failure, each obstacle, as fuel. You let the darkness be your guide, showing you what needed to be done, pushing you forward when it seemed like there was nothing left to give. And now, they are trapped in defeat because they didn't know what you knew. They didn't understand the price of success. They didn't understand that greatness doesn't come from taking the easy route. It comes from enduring the impossible and emerging stronger. You didn't just play the game, you changed it. Now, they are trapped in the quiet aftermath of their defeat. It's the kind of silence that stings, the kind of silence that's deafening. It's the kind of silence where the truth cuts deeper than any wound ever could. They thought they would be the ones to walk away with everything, but they were wrong. You have taken it all. You have taken their dreams, their ambitions, their sense of control, and you have turned it into your own power. You are the one who emerged victorious, and they must now live with the reality that their dreams are nothing more than shattered fragments at your feet. This is what victory looks like. It is not about the cheers, the applause, or the recognition. It is not about the medals, the trophies, or the accolades. It is about the moment when you stand over the wreckage of those who sought to destroy you, the moment when you look down at them and realize they can no longer harm you. It is about the quiet satisfaction of knowing that you did what they said you couldn't. It is about the inner peace that comes from knowing that no matter what they throw at you, no matter how hard they try to break you, you will always rise. They are trapped in defeat, not because they are weak, but because they are too proud to admit that they were never in control. They are trapped because they are too blind to see the lessons they should have learned. They were too busy trying to prove they were the best, too focused on tearing others down, to realize that true greatness is not measured by how many people you can defeat, but by how many times you can rise after falling. And now, they must live with the fact that you have shown them the true meaning of resilience, the true meaning of strength. They tried to bury you. They tried to bury your potential. They tried to bury your spirit. But in the end, it was they who were buried. They are trapped in defeat, forever bound by their own arrogance, forever bound by the false belief that victory was always theirs to claim. They thought they could crush you, that they could stop you from rising. But in the end, they only helped you become who you were always meant to be. The ones who once doubted you, who once laughed at your struggles, are now living in the consequences of their own actions. They are trapped in the hell they created for themselves, suffocating under the weight of their own failure. They cannot escape the truth that they were never as invincible as they thought, and they can never escape the reality that they were defeated by someone they once thought was beneath them. They are trapped in the bitterness of their own defeat. It is a bitter pill to swallow, one that they will never be able to forget. The sting of failure will follow them for the rest of their lives, reminding them of the day they underestimated you, the day they thought you would fall, the day they thought you were too weak to stand up. They will live with the regret, the shame, knowing that they had a chance to defeat you and failed. You don't need to rub it in their faces. You don't need to flaunt your victory. The truth is already clear. You don't need to do anything except stand tall and know that you have earned everything you have. Your victory is not about revenge. It is not about proving a point. It is about showing them that you are unbreakable, that nothing can stop you, that no matter how many times they try to drag you down, you will rise again. And as you stand above them, watching them flounder in their defeat, you understand that this is what true power is. True power is not in crushing others, but in enduring, in overcoming, and in proving that the one who keeps fighting will always win. And now, as you look down at the ones who are trapped in defeat, You know that you will never be like them. You will never fall into the trap of arrogance. You will never be blinded by pride. You will keep your head down, stay focused, and continue to rise no matter what. Because you know that victory is not just about winning once. It's about keeping that fire burning, about conquering the next battle, about ensuring that no one can ever defeat you again. They are trapped in defeat, but you are free. You are the one who controls your destiny. You are the one who decides your future. And now, they are left to watch as you continue to rise, as you continue to claim what is rightfully yours. They can do nothing but watch, trapped in the aftermath of their own hubris, as you move forward, unstoppable, undeniable, and victorious. You conquered the final round. Now, they are trapped in defeat, and they will never escape the truth. They will never escape the fact that they couldn't stop you. They tried, they schemed, they did everything in their power to tear you down, to break your spirit, to extinguish the fire that burned within you. But now, as they stand in the remnants of their own shattered arrogance, they realize the bitter truth. They never had a chance. They never understood what you were. They looked at you, underestimated you, doubted your potential, but they could not see what was building inside of you. They saw only the surface, the fleeting moments of weakness, the stumbles you took along the way. They judged you for your failures, but never understood that every single one of them was a building block, a lesson, a stone in the foundation of your inevitable triumph. They never saw the quiet rage that burned within you, the fire that you fed every time they tried to push you down. They never knew that beneath the shell of uncertainty, there was a beast waiting to be unleashed. They mocked you when you faltered, laughed when you hesitated, and whispered when you questioned yourself. But they could never grasp the truth of your spirit. You were not made to follow the crowd or bend to their expectations. You were made to stand alone, to carve your own path in the midst of chaos and confusion. You were a force of nature, quietly and relentlessly building your power, biding your time for the day when you would rise and crush everything that stood before you. And now that day has come, the final round, the ultimate battle, the moment of reckoning. You didn't just make it to this point, you earned it. Every scar, every sleepless night, every drop of sweat and blood, every ounce of pain you endured led you here. They thought you were weak, that you would fall when the pressure mounted. They thought they could break you with their words, their doubts, their relentless taunts. But what they failed to realize was that you are made from something far stronger than their empty words. You were forged in the fires of adversity, tempered in the cold winds of rejection, and now you stand at the pinnacle of your journey. The final round is yours, and in the end, they are the ones who are left trapped in their own defeat. They believed that they could outlast you, that they could wear you down, that time would break you. But time only made you sharper, more determined. Each failure was a lesson. Each setback was a test of your resolve. You never gave up. You never backed down. When the odds were stacked against you, when the world told you to quit, you dug in your heels and fought. And now, they can only watch as you claim what was always meant to be yours. They are trapped in their own defeat, prisoners of their own disbelief, and there is no escape for them. What they failed to understand was that the final round was never about physical strength or mental agility alone. It was about something deeper, something that no amount of training or preparation could teach them. It was about the will to never give up, to never stop fighting, no matter how impossible the situation seemed. It was about having the courage to face your fears, to confront your demons, and to rise above every obstacle that life threw at you. They lacked that will. They lacked that fire. They lacked the strength to push through when everything seemed lost. And that is why they are now trapped in defeat, while you stand victorious. They thought you would break when the pressure hit its peak. They thought you would falter, stumble, lose your way. But you never did. You embraced the pressure, fed off it, and used it to propel yourself forward. Every challenge that came your way only made you stronger. Every enemy you faced only honed your skills. Every moment of doubt only fueled your determination. And now, when it's all over, when the dust is settled and the final bell is rung, it is you who stands tall, unbroken, and triumphant. They are the ones left behind, trapped in the dark pit of their own failure, wondering where they went wrong. But you already know, you knew all along. The difference between you and them is that you never stopped believing in yourself. They underestimated your strength, your resolve, your power. They thought you were just another face in the crowd, another person who would fade away into obscurity. But you were never just another face. You were always the one who was meant to rise, to lead, to conquer. You were always the one who was meant to break the chains that bound you, to step out of the shadows and into the light. And now, as they wallow in their defeat, as they try to understand how they could have lost, you stand as a living testament to what it means to never give up, to never surrender, and to never let anyone tell you that you can't achieve your dreams. This is the culmination of everything you've worked for. This is the moment when all of the sacrifices, all of the pain, all of the struggles come together to form a masterpiece of success. You didn't get here by accident. You didn't stumble into victory. You earned every inch of it. You fought for every second, every victory, every triumph. And now, as they sit in the shadows of their own defeat, you are the one who will forever shine in the light of your victory. They will try to find excuses. They will try to blame everything but themselves. They will say that it wasn't fair, that you had an advantage, that the odds were stacked in your favor. But deep down, they know the truth. The truth is that they could never be you. They could never summon the strength, the determination, the sheer willpower that you have. They could never push themselves to the limits that you have. They could never sacrifice what you have sacrificed, bleed like you have bled, or endure what you have endured. They will try to convince themselves that luck played a part in your victory, but you know the truth. There is no such thing as luck. There is only preparation, sacrifice, and relentless will. You are the product of every battle you fought, every challenge you've faced, every moment of pain and suffering that you've endured. You are the embodiment of what happens when a person refuses to quit, when they refuse to be broken by the world. And now, as you look back at them, trapped in the shadow of their own defeat, you understand something that they will never understand. You understand that their defeat was inevitable. They never had what it took to stand in your way. They never had the strength, the vision, or the heart to go as far as you have. They are trapped in their own defeat because they never had the courage to push themselves beyond their limits, to face their fears head on, and to rise above it all. And now, with the final round behind you, with the taste of victory on your lips, and the weight of success resting on your shoulders, you know that this is only the beginning. You have conquered the final round, but the journey is far from over. This victory, this triumph, is just the first step in a long and endless march toward greatness. You will face new battles, new challenges, and new enemies. But now, you stand armed with the knowledge that you have what it takes to win. You have proven to yourself that there is no obstacle you cannot overcome, no challenge you cannot face, no opponent you cannot defeat. You have conquered the final round, and they are trapped in defeat. And that is the greatest victory of all. So take this moment to savor your victory. Take a deep breath, relish the feeling of accomplishment, and let the world know that you are unstoppable. You have proven to everyone, and most importantly to yourself, that you are a force to be reckoned with. You are the one who will rise, who will fight, who will win, and no one can ever take that away from you. In the end, you stand as a testament to resilience, determination, and unwavering belief in yourself. You conquered what they thought impossible and proved that no obstacle is too great for someone who refuses to be broken. As they remain trapped in defeat, you emerge victorious, knowing that this is only the beginning of an even greater journey ahead. Your strength is unshakable, and no force can ever diminish the power of someone who has truly mastered the art of never giving up.